Ron DeSantis.
Mm.
Meatball Ron. Ron DeSanctimonious, as Trump called him, various names. Ron DeSadness was my favorite one. Honestly, a little sad as a half Italian that he's out, but he did drop out of the race. Although, as my friend said, he didn't have that secret sauce, so he really was he Italian if he didn't have that special sauce, you know? Not sure. So he's gone. Now, Yam, I don't know how much you've been following this, but the fact that today is the New Hampshire primary and there was only one Iowa caucus and he came out second, right? Like a lot of people thought it would be Nikki Haley, but no, he was second and it was like, okay. And yet he still folded before this caucus or before the New Hampshire primary, which generally when you drop out like after you get your ass handed to you.
Right.
It was just so clear how little money he actually has, like how screwed he was. He had 9 delegates. I mean, Trump had 20 and Nikki had 8. But he was, he was kind of a player, but it seemed like he didn't even have enough money to like buy lunch.
Right. That's sad when you can't get a Chipotle bowl.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I could get one for me, but I'd have to share it with my staff.
And they hate sharing.
Exactly.
I just think they're starting to move people out of the way to make, Trump the clear candidate here. I'm not really even sure how any of this is legal. You know what I mean? Trump's back. Isn't he like in court? Wasn't he supposed to go to prison?
He's in between campaign and court. It's campaign stops and court.
And child support. Because he out here, and the thing about it is, it is, if this doesn't tell you that white men can do whatever the hell they want to do, I don't know what does. This is crazy that he is, and poor Nikki Haley, she done changed cultures, and I think gender's gonna be her. She doing everything she can to get in that seat. She like, what? No, I hate people of color. What are you talking about? I got color? Oh no, that's because I was out in the sun too long. What? I think all women should not have any rights. What? I'm a woman? Well, just give me the rights and I'll share. It's just, she's all over the place. She's hopscotching all over the place, girl. She's making me dizzy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. America was never racist, but I was teased for being brown. But anyway, moving on. We need a strong woman, but we need to stop talking about identity politics. Yeah, I mean, but say what you about Nikki. She's been able to spend her money wisely. She has got the Koch brother money. She got the billionaires in her back pocket. Remember, Ron DeSantis launched his campaign on X in their audio. It wasn't even video. On their new, I don't know if you heard of this, but it's an audio streaming platform. Woo! In the year 2023 it was. And the shit couldn't even handle that. Like it crashed halfway through. So just, I think that was a clear sign. Also the fact that he is ultimately like a sniveling PTA mom of a person. He has zero charisma. He does not know how to talk to people. Let's just remind everyone of how he was just in life.
Could I have been there with Jesus's disciples?
I'm not a candidate, so we'll see if and when that changes.
Oh, what is that? An icy? Yeah, that's probably a lot of sugar, huh?
I'll serve you anything except Bud Light.
I'm here. I don't know. The other one's out there.
I'm not pressed.
Okay, all right. It's good. All right, we'll say hi to everybody.
If you look at Iowa, we did it right.
But
you
didn't win a single county, right? I mean, in 99 counties, you didn't win a single one.
And as your president, I will not let you down. God bless you. Governor DeSantis, thank you.
That's
right. He doesn't seem confident in any. When I remember the year I got to be a soccer cheerleader, and I was shocked. And when I was there, everything was just trying to fit in with the fit. He looks like somebody who's shocked he's always invited anywhere. And he needs to sit down. This is why he did an audio thing. Don't nobody want to see him.
No, and he is, I mean, look, when he is out in public and he's doing his thing, let's just be reminded of the boots heard around the world. There we go. So just this was like during like one of the many hurricanes from the, rising sea water.
Looks like he's about to go to Studio 54. The reality is this is insane. This is insane.
But, I think a couple things, and then we'll move on from this. First of all, he's endorsed Trump after he said he made fun of Republicans for just falling in line with Trump. He's endorsed Trump. He's trying to not go anywhere. I feel so terrible for Florida because he's still governor. He rigged the entire voting, like the process for running for president, by allowing himself to remain governor, even though he was running, which you're supposed to resign and then run. So he can still terrorize all the poor people in that state. I mean, some of them are nice. Some of them, are moms for liberty. But like, the other thing is, I feel like everyone was really preemptively scared of Ron DeSantis. They're like, ooh, he's going to get us. He's actually smart. He's a smart fascist. And it just, to me, shows that a lot of people are like, they want the Trump, but without the baggage. And like, no matter what side of the political spectrum, but specifically like media centrists, they're like, they're so eager to be able to be like, latch onto someone who can be a little bit more presentable, who doesn't have 91 criminal counts on them, hasn't sexually assaulted, definitely sexually assaulted someone with however many, allegations hanging in the balance. Like, and that to me is even scarier, the way that everyone was trying to will Ron DeSantis into being a thing, and he just couldn't be a thing.
White people going rogue is the headline for this year, and continuing to go rogue. The amount of things that you said happened that I know it would not happen if a person of color was there. How do you not do these things that you're supposed to do? And that's the problem. We're really going back and forth, and we're talking about how this country is running, but we also have people who are running the country any way they want against any type of laws or requirements and standards, and nobody is challenging that or saying anything. We cannot continue to live in a two-rule society where people of a certain color can't get away with this and can't get away with that. As long as you white, it's all right. And we just watch people do corruption. It's insane.
Yeah, no, exactly. Last week we covered how much money Trump took while he was in office from like China, for example. Nobody cares. Nobody pays attention to it. Just to give you a sense of how much media wanted DeSantis to win, Paige sort of cobbled together all these headlines from, what is this? Washington Post, New York Times, the future of Trumpism, the greatest threat to Donald Trump's hold on the GOP comes from Ron DeSantis, who may be more MAGA than the MAGA king himself. Like, what does that even mean? What does that mean?
That means more white. Right. That's more white for the white. That means everybody, don't worry, we're gonna get rid of these minorities. They're gonna continue to go to jail. We're gonna ship them to. I mean, he shipped immigrants. I want to hear this until we recognize that this country does not want to acknowledge that it's racist, and because it doesn't want to acknowledge that it's racist, because if it acknowledges any type of a flaw, then it needs to be fixed. And this is happening all over the world. It's like, the oppression that people of color have had to face here, and the way we have had to move just to have a little piece of normalcy in this country is insane. So I don't know what the turnout's going to be for this year, because to be honest with you, Biden and the Democratic Party has not shown up for Black people the way that they were supposed to show up for us, especially because we've been so marginalized. Also, I'm not sure if Biden even remembers all 31 of the flavors at Baskin and Robbins. And Donald Trump, listen, I know him. Then again, I am a big bitch. But, here's Donald Trump. He running around just doing whatever he want, breaking out of jail. He's like the Monopoly man, running into jail, getting out of jail free cards. It's wild.
It's wild. And like that free parking is so high at this point. Like all this, like he's had to pay so much for all the lawsuits and the litigation. And I'm just waiting to land on that. We're never going to see any of that money. Anyway, I just thought it was fun. These other op-eds, dismiss Ron DeSantis at your own peril. Beware, DeSantis is as much a threat to America as Trump. Can DeSantis break Trump's hold on New Hampshire? No, DeSantis wears silly disco boots to what should be FEMA sites, and he has absolutely no ability to talk to people. You heard him talk to a child and say, oh, is that an icy? A lot of sugar. Who cares? Say what you about Joe Biden, but like at least he could eat an ice cream normal, even if he only remembers that like 3 flavors. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do it.